this to the cloud. All right, everybody, welcome to the webinar today, and we apologize for a little bit of technical difficulties. We had a couple things come up this morning, but we are here now, and we're excited to be talking to you about different ways to have effective e-commerce marketing. Today, I have with me Ritu Java, who's going to be talking about using AI for e-commerce marketing. Hillary Katz, who's going to be talking about leveraging post-purchase management as a digital marketing strategy. Talal, I'm not going to try to say your last name. How to scale your e-commerce brand to six-figure ad spend with high-performing ads. And finally, Cheryl Q, how to have a blast in sales using effective landing pages in Q4 2024. And I'll be first starting off with how to generate brand awareness in a cost-effective way. So I'm going to go ahead and just share my screen quickly. And Talal, I apologize. I did not want to say your name because I was going to butcher it no matter what. Thank you. Awesome. So we are going to talk today about, I'm going to be talking today about how to generate brand awareness in a cost-effective way. I think brand awareness is one area where a lot of e-commerce brands need help with, but a lot of e-commerce agencies really struggle to get the brands to adapt it. Why? Because brand awareness is usually not very cost effective. It usually has a low ROAS or high ACoS, and doesn't necessarily lead to direct sales. It's more of a long-term strategy. I think that's where most brands on the Amazon platform really struggle to actually commit dollars to. So we're going to talk about why you should care about brand awareness, how to increase brand awareness via affiliate marketing, and how to measure your campaign success. If you don't know me, I am the co-founder and CEO of AMZ Advisers. I'm a former consultant. I've been in the e-commerce space, in the Amazon e-commerce space, I should say, for more than 8 years. And my company manages more than $20 million a year in advertising spend. Moving on to the actual topic today. When I have conversations, or when our team has conversations with any of our clients, we really try to get the clients to visualize what the sales funnel looks like. And the sales funnel essentially has a few different parts to it. The first part would be brand awareness at the top. And that's exactly where we find most brands don't actually want to invest money, or they struggle to invest money, or they may tend to focus on, the bottom of the conversion funnel. They're really very focused on ACoS, the ROAS, making sure they're getting the best back. So they don't really pay a lot of attention to brand awareness, which is how do I let more people know that my brand exists? Moving down the funnel, you have consideration. How do I get people that are in market to consider my product over other competitor products? And then as you move further down, which is where you see most people on Amazon focus, on conversion. How do I get people that are ready to buy to purchase the product? And then how do I get people that have already purchased the product to buy again? In my opinion, brand awareness is one of the most important pieces of the funnel to focus on, because if you are not building brand awareness, you are not going to see a large increase in market share over time. I mean, you can continue to battle and battle and battle at the bottom of the funnel with every other seller out there. But for you to actually establish a brand and actually establish something that's going to be growing more on the Amazon platform, you really need to start focusing on how you make your brand more top of mind when a customer thinks of a product category. A very good example of this is like a mug. What's the most common mug that you think of? A Yeti pop, probably. Yeti, when I am going to Amazon, I'm thinking of, I want to buy a mug. The first thing I'm going to probably search for is Yeti mug. And that's brand awareness. And that's really keeping people informed that your brand exists. And that's really what every brand wants to establish. There's a lot of different ways to create brand awareness, like with DSP and sponsored display ads. But the cost of the advertising on the brand awareness can get very expensive. You're typically working on a CPM model. The CPMs can be very high in some categories. So there are other ways to make it a little bit more cost effective and still increase the brand awareness. And that's where affiliate marketing comes in. Affiliate marketing essentially allows you to tap into networks, publications, and other types of content that exists, including social media, including influencer, and put your product in front of potential future customers when they're not shopping, so that they see your product, they become familiar with it. And the more that they see your product everywhere, the more likelihood that they're eventually going to buy your product when they come to the Amazon platform searching for something. This is why we love affiliate marketing so much. Now, there are a variety of different ways to work on an affiliate basis. A lot of people will work on CPM basis. A lot of people will, yeah, CPM basis. A lot of people will work on a CPA, cost per action. That's where we tend to focus. Then a lot of other ones, affiliate partners will have paid placements. Now, we love focusing on cost per action because we don't pay for the clicks that are coming to our product detail pages unless we actually sell. So that's essentially how we set it up using Amazon attribution. If you're coming to our product detail page once and you just click there, you don't buy the product, I'm not paying for that click. So it actually allows me to get a lot more clicks for the actual cost that I'm paying out on an affiliate basis. A good example of this was a campaign that we ran during Prime Day for one of our clients, and we essentially spent about 3,000. I don't remember the exact numbers, but we essentially spent about three to $4,000, and we drove over, and that was on affiliate commissions. We drove over 20,000 clicks to our product detail pages on that. Our cost per click was somewhere in the range of 30 cents per click. And that's an incredible cost per click when you look at what your cost per clicks would be on sponsored display, what they would be on DSP, or what they would be on any other ad type on Amazon. So that's what I say. This is a very cost-effective way to create brand awareness. As I mentioned, there's a few different ways to find different affiliates. There are a lot of businesses that are essentially merchants or advertisers. They're buying media on other platforms. So for example, they may be very experienced in a certain niche that your product is in. And they might say, hey, I think I can arbitrage what I'm going to pay for my advertising and what you're going to pay for me for my commission. And that's where you see some of these people that are media buyers putting stuff out. You'll also have publishers and creators. These could be anything from a magazine to a blog, to even publishers and creators on social media, influencers in that way. You also have affiliate networks, and these are platforms that are essentially intermediaries that help put your product in front of other affiliates that they have contacts with, and they take a fee for that. And then finally, the consumers, the people that are actually purchasing the product. You can drive additional sales if you're using affiliate marketing in certain ways post-purchase. I'm not going to go too much into post-purchase, but that is another potential way that you can drive more affiliate traffic. The big question is, how do you set an effective commission rate? So I think when you look at this, the important thing to take into consideration is that affiliates that are driving traffic to Amazon already using the Amazon Associates platform are capped on how much money they can make. Essentially, any affiliate pushing traffic to Amazon is earning 8%, which is great for the brand. But you can actually be a little bit more aggressive because of the brand referral bonus. So the brand referral bonus, if you're not familiar with it, is essentially a 10% credit back from Amazon. So that 10% credit can essentially offset a lot of your commission rates. So again, if you offer 8% through Amazon attribution or even slightly more, you can actually bring down the cost by offering a higher commission, incentivizing people more. Now, there's some people that will say, I need a 40, 50, 60% commission to push the product. I don't think that's realistic. I don't think anyone wins in that sense. I think when you're looking at what a realistic commission is, you need to look at what your margins are. You don't want to have to go beyond what your break-even point is, even after the credit. So you really want to make sure that you're setting the commission rates in a range that's acceptable for you, and you're going to be happy with the cost of the affiliate commission that you're going to be paying based on that affiliate sale. And finally, like how can affiliate marketing increase conversion rates? There's a few different ways that they can do it. First, external traffic sources are pre-validated, and it filters potential buyers from casual visitors. So people that are searching for a product on a gift guide, for example, or searching for a product in a category website, they are already in market in a way, but they may not be shopping on Amazon in market. This actually can push them to Amazon, which has higher conversion rates than most other e-commerce websites, and actually lead to a sale more than anything. It also allows you to offer promotions through affiliates. So you can do discount coupon codes, you could do promo codes, you could do cashback rebates. There's a lot of different ways to actually make a promotion to the end consumer. All of that's passing additional value to the consumer, and that will potentially lead them to purchase the product. The other great benefit about the links is that it's pushing people directly to the product detail pages. They're not going to be going to search results pages and have every other competitor in your space on there. So that's going to potentially reduce client churn or reduce client bounce once they hit the product detail page if they're really interested in buying. And yeah, finally, when you're doing retargeting after this traffic, you're able to essentially get people back to the product detail pages. And this is where what I mentioned about Prime Day and the traffic we generated there is so valuable. 20,000 clicks coming to my product detail page. Obviously, not all of them bought, but now if I retarget them with DSP campaigns, if I retarget them with sponsored display campaigns on a page views basis, there's a good chance that I can get them back to the page and potentially purchasing the product in the future. All of this is going to benefit your ranking on Amazon. It's going to benefit your organic rank, your BSR. It's going to help more people become familiar with your brand, whether they're purchasing now or not, because they're seeing your brand more frequently. And finally, when you look at the data points you want to look at, or the data points that you're going to use to analyze how successful your campaigns are, you're going to see which affiliates are driving the most traffic, which ones are having the highest conversion rates. And then from that, you're actually able to calculate where your customer acquisition cost is. Since we know what the commission we're paying out is based on whatever commission you set with whatever affiliate, your cost of acquisition is essentially fixed for that channel. And then if you can figure out what your customer lifetime value is based on your other Amazon metrics, you're actually able to see how much you can continue to invest in affiliate marketing to keep growing your overall sales by pushing customers, hopefully, into subscribe and save and other ways to increase customer loyalty. That is my presentation today, and I hope you find that interesting. If you're looking to get started in affiliate marketing, please scan the QR code and book a meeting with me today, and we can go from there. Awesome. I hope that was interesting to everyone. Next up, we have Ritu. Ritu's going to be talking about using AI for e-commerce marketing. Ritu, you are on mute.
Yeah, okay. I was just getting my slides up here. Second. All right, can you see my slides? Good?
Yes, I can.
Okay, awesome. 1 second. All right, okay. Yep. Basically, I'm going to be focusing on AI and how it can help with your marketing efforts. And there's so much to talk about AI because, it's just such a evolving field. And I know that people are finding really creative ways of using AI in their everyday operations. But I just wanted to share a few examples from how we do it within PPC Ninja. So a little background about myself. My name is Ritu. I'm the CEO of PPC Ninja. I actually started on Etsy like in 2010, a long time ago. And I'm an engineer with a data science focus and have been a speaker at Amazon Accelerate, Prosper Show, $1 Billion Sales Summit. I've also won some $1 Billion Sales Summit events. And I run a e-commerce weekly newsletter, AI for e-commerce weekly newsletter, and the QR code is right there. So without further ado, let me just get into one of the examples that I wanted to share today. So this idea of generating hundreds of sponsored brands or Amazon post images using AI in minutes. So this is basically what I'm trying to share here. I'm going to take an example of this product. Let's say we have some dog chews, some peanut butter flavored. This is my product, okay? And I want to create some posts, lots of them all at once. So the avatar for this is, of course, dogs, right? So all kinds of dogs will be interested in this kind of product. I mean, dog parents, of course. So what you can do with AI is something like this, where you can say, okay, give me a list of 10 dog breeds, and it gives you 10 dog breeds. And then you use this recursive command saying, hey, for each, create an image of a front-facing dog solo on white background. So I gave this command so that it would generate something like this. So within seconds, I have like 10 different images that I could either reject or, I can just get it all downloaded as a zip file. So I ask it to give me a zip file of all the generated images. Now I'm going to do some magic with Canva, and Canva AI is just, crushing it with, especially with their new features, integration with Amazon sponsored ads, etc. You can generate Amazon sponsored video. I just created one 2 days ago for one of our clients easily with Canva. Anyway, so the point of this generation was, this concept of mail merge, that, you have an email, you have a template, and then you merge them, right? That's basically the idea of mail merge. But we're going to do it with Canva apps. There's one app called the Bulk Create, and what this essentially does is that you upload all of these dog images, and what we're going to do is we generate a AI background. So I just had a simple background that AI generated with Canva. This thing is called Magic Media. So you just say what kind of background you want. So I just said this, and I got one of these. I place my product image. Then I say, so sorry, that's the background. Create soft bokeh background, outdoor green tones. That was my background. Now I'm gonna create some text art. I just picked this and just changed it to whatever. And then I also did interesting things like apply colors to page, where your brand images can direct what colors are picked up by the app. So as you notice, this has changed. So from red and yellow, it's changed to the main colors on this. So this was done by AI. And in fact, all the images on your page can inherit the color scheme of the picture that you are starting with. Then you create like this little frame where these 10 dog images will kind of fill up one by one by one. So I create this frame. Now I'm going to use this Bulk Create app to do the mail merge or the image merge at this point. So what I say is I pick this from my Bulk Create operation. I say enter data, and I basically upload these images. Those 10 that Canva gave me, ChatGPT gave me, I simply upload them here. And now I've loaded it up into their data. Now I pick the option to connect data. So I'm using my frame and I say connect data. So on on that command, it basically says, okay, these are the 10 images that I'm going to connect. And so now I'm saying, okay, generate 10 designs. So I say, okay. And so now my data is merged. Basically, I've replaced that frame with the image of one of the dogs. And then I get all of I just say generate, and it creates 10 images just like that. So 10 was just an example because I didn't want to spend too much time, but I can do 200, 300, 400. It doesn't matter. Like I can say, give me 50, 60, 100 dog images. And I just did this so easily. And now I can target all of these dogs in my ads. I can use this for my posts, with a different resize my size to match the post. Actually, this size will work with Amazon posts as well. So this is how you can do AI plus ChatGPT AI plus Canva AI to create this kind of magic. And then you just copy, rinse, and repeat. Do some different background again generated within Canva, and then repeat that. There's other examples here, but I wanted to skip to one last one. Here is one cool one. This is basically generating high quality images using your competitors' images as inspiration. So what I've done here is I've taken this image from CoverGirl and I put it into ChatGPT, and I say, create an image just like this one. And it creates this. So it's figured out everything about the image, the fact that there's a grid, the fact that there's different lip shades, and it's given me some lip shades. Okay, so now I can use these in my images on my A+ content or in my my listing, etc. Here's another example. This is from CoverGirl's A+ header. So I use this as inspiration, and I say, create one just like this. So ChatGPT generated this. Look how similar these the images look. Of course, you can tell that this is AI generated, but nowadays people do have a tolerance for this kind of image generation, so it's quite fine. I slap on my product, and I'm done. So I can just use this very quickly to generate all kinds of things. Here are some more examples. This was my original inspiration, and I put it into ChatGPT, said create one like this. I think the one that it's created is much better. It looks pretty, right? It looks really nice. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to share. There's so much more, but in the interest of time, I'm going to stop sharing here.
That's an awesome tip, Ritu. I really like that one. I think a lot of different sellers out there can use that to create a lot of content. So thank you for sharing that with everyone today. Next up, we have Hillary. Who's going to be talking about leveraging post-purchase management as a digital strategy. Before we get into that, though, I just wanted to remind everyone, if you have any questions, feel free to send them in the chat. Feel free to send them in the Q&A section, and we will try to get through the Q&A at the end of this webinar if we have time. So Hillary, why don't you go ahead?
Sure thing. Thank you. Just share my screen. You see it all right? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, we can see it.
Perfect. So thanks again for organizing this webinar. I'm excited to be here and talk about post-purchase as a marketing strategy, basically. So what I'm going to cover today is really quick in 10 minutes, is about basically the post-purchase experience, a little bit about creating trust using transparency, creating loyalty using personalization and frequent engagement with customers. So a bit about us. ReturnGO is a complete post-purchase solution. We provide automated processes from order tracking, returns, exchanges, warranty, all in one place. We build a self-service returns portal and advanced capability, which allows us to offer fully customizable returns processes, policies, enabling e-commerce businesses to actually tailor their return process to handle any scenario, no matter how complicated it is. We currently work with almost actually like 3,000 retailers worldwide. I think the number just got higher. And with our customizability, we actually provide a comprehensive also analytics, more insights about returns. So merchants can get valuable insights on return patterns, the customer behavior, manage return fraud, and are able to make actually data-driven decisions that are built to create loyalty, increase sales, and reduce waste. So our platform is tech agnostic, meaning we can integrate with a wide range of systems, platforms, e-commerce service providers. We work with multiple e-commerce platforms, Shopify, BigCommerce, Magento, WooCommerce, like all the big ones. I think the most important thing here is basically that there are a lot of partners and tech solutions in the post-purchase realm that are connected to engagement, from the shipping carriers to the SMSs to the emails and ticketing, and all is to make sure that merchants and also customers have a smooth process. Now, it's also often seems like just another tech stack, but I see it as a way to build like the brand infrastructure that will allow you to provide a top-tier experience to your customers. So talking a little bit about post-purchase, there are many ways we can create communication and build relationship with our end customers in terms of different activities in the scope of, we would mostly see it in the like operations space. So I also like to call it as micro or mini marketing events that can leverage. I think that customer experience is beyond just having an email address to customer support. It's also having the person on the other side helping with any need, small to large, and having those tech capabilities that will allow like a full scope of service. And I feel like a great experience translates to a high ROI, which is trust, loyalty, and revenue. So going over just a few of them: returns and exchanges, warranty, upsells, order confirmations, tracking, shipping, referral programs. There are so many avenues. I just saw this post on LinkedIn yesterday. It really resonated with me because basically it really captures the essence of what we're talking about today. I feel like a digital brand, 99% of the human interaction is with the customer experience teams, the emails, the calls, the chats, the socials, and all of that can be leveraged. And while most e-commerce brands spend between like 15 to or 10 to maybe 20% of their revenue on marketing, less of that is going to customer experience would actually affects their revenue. And to share a little story that exemplifies, last week my partner ordered a few items on a marketplace. Now, as any other guy, he hates shopping and he hates shopping online, but he did it. Boom, once he hit the payment, he got an email saying confirmation of the purchase. And then the next day got an email or an SMS saying the package is on the way to you. And anything along the way, like informing him about the process of the parcel getting him. So it like made him feel like more assured of like, I'm being handled, I'm being taken care of. Now, they actually did kind of disappoint because he wanted to make an exchange and the carrier didn't come to pick it up today. So we're going to see how that evolves. But it's really important to actually have this brand awareness, this understanding that if your customer feels assured and calm, then that impacts a lot of it. And I also told a friend of mine about the story, and she was like, "Oh my God, I use this brand as well because they have really good experience." So when you have more and more people talking about the experience that you're offering to your customers, then that beats everything. So talking about the post-purchase process as a non-marketing marketing tool, you can see I highlighted two things that I feel is more important: the trust and the loyalty. I feel like trust and loyalty are the two things that will drive your revenue. And you can see that like there are things that you can do. There are also in the pre-purchase, but most of it is the post-purchase. So returns is a heavy reason why customers will shop your product, because it also creates friction already in the pre-purchase experience. If you are not clear, what is your policy? Do you actually offer exchanges? Do you offer returns? Are they free? Retail Dive actually did a research and found that most people who can't understand if there is a free return won't just make the purchase. Basically, there are also different ways that you can build trust with your customer. As I mentioned in the example, when you provide email, SMS, bringing more reassurance of where is the parcel, where is the items, where are they being shipped, is everything okay with my package, then that builds trust and makes sure that for the end customer that the brand is taking care of you. Now, as I see it also returns and exchange, there another touch point that you can engage your customer. Basically, once they initiate the return, they go to your site, they see if you have new items in stock. There are several touch points that you can engage with the customers. And those touch points can be leveraged as marketing. And I'll show you one example of that. So when we're talking about order tracking, basically, everyone has this like memory of like, I had a really good experience with a certain brand. If I knew when I got the package, I knew when it's coming, and I'm sure that it's coming to the right address as well. So I feel that's very strong. And just sharing like a few statistics that we got from our inside information and analytics is that we saw that stores that provide order tracking notifications send about between 4 to 5 emails per order. So each email of that is a marketing opportunity. And about 67% of customers who visit the portal actually start from the order tracking emails. And an average upsell from order tracking is usually about like $200 to $100 plus dollars. And you can provide shoppers with more opportunities to buy and engage with your brand through the shipping part. So this is just one example of how like this can actually look in like the different points that you can engage with your customers. So from the order package, it's on the way, it's being delivered, it's arrived, or oh, we missed you. Every single point of that can be an interesting marketing hook. Now, I do know these are customers that already made a purchase in your e-commerce store, but we do need to remember that customers are a potential for repeat customers and repeat business. And they talk with their colleagues, they talk with their family, they talk with their friends, and they actually do the work for you. They are your marketing channel, talking with other people. So basically, let me show you a quick example of how this can actually look, like what kind of content you can put. If you have a certain promotion for a certain holiday, or you have a special occasion that you want to share a special promotion, you want to share with your customers, you can do that through the SMS or the emails or the order tracking portal as well. One of our customers, Flex Footwear, a footwear brand that's working with us, and they actually see that customers who visited the order tracking page make another purchase within 30 minutes. So taking an average of like 12 minutes between visiting the tracking page and then, you know, finding the right product they want and placing an order, and they experience an average value of $150 per repurchase case. So that's pretty amazing to see. And another case study of ours is Travel Pro, one of our customers. They actually started because they struggled with the shipping notifications. They had a really minimal system. They offered like minimal kind of customization. So they partnered with us with the order tracking piece. And the amazing part here is that beyond the great experience they provided to their end customers of knowing where their package is and staying calm and reassured, they even saw an increase in repurchases done between those 30 minutes of visited in the tracking portal. So I think like there are a lot of opportunities hidden in the repurchase, and I think that it's a good experience to try and put more emphasis with your brand. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Hillary. And I mean, obviously keeping customers buying more is the winning strategy for most brands. So thank you for sharing all the tips there. Next up, we have Talal talking about how to scale your e-commerce brand to six-figure ad spend with high-performing ads. Take it away.
Thank you, Mike. Hey guys, let me start sharing my screen. Okay. My screen is visible, right?
Yes,
Perfect.
it is.
So, yeah, as Mike mentioned, I'm gonna explain about basically the idea.
Sorry, not to interrupt. You just have the signature thing in front of you. I don't know what that is.
Signature? Do you see the presentation?
It's like behind something.
Okay. Let me see.
Probably a preview app. If you're on a Mac, it's probably the preview app.
Yes, I'm on a Mac. Okay. How about now?
It's still there, Ritu. How do you solve that? I don't have a Mac.
What
You
if
probably
you
wanna,
just share the tab itself?
yeah,
Okay.
instead of the full, yeah, that'd be better.
Is it clear now?
Yeah, there we
Sharing.
go. There we go.
Perfect. Okay, so let me start quickly then. So here, what I'm going to teach is basically what are creatives when you want to launch creatives in Meta and TikTok, and why do you need creatives, and basically how many ads do you need, and what is the tools and the AI process to basically help you in creating these creatives. Who am I? I am Talal Abulshamat. I'm a founder of Katz Digital, 6+ years experience in e-commerce marketing. I started Katz Digital around 4 years ago. We are now 25+ team members. We spend around 7 million a year in ad spend on Meta and TikTok. We create around 635 creatives. And we do 394 emails. We are Meta partners and we are Klaviyo partners. So we help e-commerce brands grow with customer acquisition and retention strategies. So who is it for? Ideally, if you're spending 20,000 and more, it's perfect to create more and more creatives and have like a consistent process. However, it can work if you're spending more. Definitely, you always have to create more creatives in the ads at the moment. So I'm gonna simply explain what are the types of creatives basically in social media. You have branded ads and you have native ads, right? You have three types as well: video, motion, and static. Branded is where you kind of use your branding colors, your branding guidelines, and all of that for more awareness, and yeah, just like beautifully branded as per your brand. However, the native ads are more, they're more kind of natural ads, such as UGC ads or UGC pictures, UGC videos, or maybe yourself talking about your brand. So UGC could look like a normal video within your TikTok or Instagram feed while you're scrolling. You need to create both type of ads. Always, you need to test both. Actually, branded ads, native ads usually work more, but you also, of course, need branded ads as well. Why do you need to create so many ads? Because at the moment, we know that tracking is difficult within these platforms after iOS 14 and all of the privacy data being just gone away. AI plays a big factor in targeting. So creating a lot of creatives that resonates to your target audience is important. And basically your whole strategy is more about creative than targeting. Competition is fierce. So you right now, more and more brands just go into Facebook ads, go into TikTok ads, and you need to kind of stand out. And yeah, as I mentioned, the targeting, the AI targeting is taking over. So you really depend on the AI of these platforms rather than super specific targeting. So here's the question that a lot of people can ask, like, how many ads do I need to create per month, right? And this question, actually, a lot of different people say a lot of different ideas, but mainly what we see with our experience in the agency, when we're spending, let's say 3K to 20K here, we want to do 20 to 35 ads, around 6 angles, 3 UGCs, creators, and 20 to 50K, we increase a bit from 30 to 45 ads, 8 angles. I'm going to tell you what do I mean by angles. And as much as you spend more, as much as you increase the ads. And yes, this is 100 plus ads you need to create. Creative fatigue is important in the game because you're spending a lot of money and you don't want people to see your ad, the same ad again and again. Is going to be annoying for your customers. So this is why creative is like creating a lot is important. Okay, so what tools do we use inside our agency? This is everything we use as tools, and this is what you can use with your team or yourself. We use AdNova, Foreplay, the Facebook Ads Library, and Perplexity, which is basically AI, to do research and also ideation. So to kind of share, I will have to now share the Chrome tab. Okay, Google Chrome. I need your confirmation, guys, if you see my Google Chrome.
We see your, yeah, I mean, yeah, we do, but I don't know if we're supposed to see the full page or not.
Is it moving? It's moving. I'm like changing between tabs.
No.
Oh, damn it. Okay. Let me try this. I'm really sorry for some reason. Okay. I think now it should work. I'm in Google Chrome.
I am seeing app.foreplay.co. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that's your Chrome. Yeah. Okay.
Ah, perfect. So this is Foreplay. Foreplay is an amazing tool for discovery where you can add filters by platform, by status, by niche. Like you want to see the beauty niche ads, and I want to see only the videos. So this is for discovery, for inspiration. Foreplay is an amazing tool, as well as AdNova. AdNova gives you more analytics if you you can actually do the detective thing in AdNova, which gives you actually more data around the brand. So like basically keywords that they're using, landing pages, and all of that. Amazing tool. To go back to this, yeah, so ads library and Perplexity for doing basically the work. And these are the other apps, sorry, Notion, Airtable, Billo is great for UGC content. You have here 11 labs, which basically create voiceover for you, AI voiceover, which is great. And Motion is a great tool for analysis. Let me show you Motion. Motion app is a tool where you can literally go inside every creative and understand what's happening and what is your top ads, the top performing ads. And this is where you take decisions, because while you're doing a lot of ads, you need to know, okay, what's my top creative? This is my top creative. How can I basically create a similar creative to that? What's working? What's not working, right? This is where you go to, for example, show me the top hooks. So we can see that this ad has great hook rate, which is here, hook score and watch score. This ad is really working. The next ad is a good hook score, but not a good watch score. This is where you go and iterate the ad, where you keep the hook, right? We keep the first 3 seconds of the ad, and we actually change the other part of the ad. So this is where you go advanced level of like, okay, I'm creating 5 ads this week, and then the next week I wanna create different iterations as per the analysis that I see. I'm trying to be fast here because of the time limit. So what is the right talent? If you are an Ecom owner and you don't want to really do it yourself, you need to hire this talent, right? So you need to hire a creative strategist, a copywriter, designer, video editor. Creative strategist mainly is the person who does the research for you, who basically looks at what's trending, what's best for your brand ads, competitive research, blah, 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 write the brief and the strategy, sends it to this team here, copywriter, designer, video editor, where they work and they create the ads. The copywriter writes the brief, the scripts, all of that, and the team works on that. So now I'm going to show you quickly what is the process with AI to kind of create a map or a plan for your brand to start creating ads. And the process is really cool using AI, and it's basically you want to create something like this. This is an Ecom brand that we're working with. You are focusing around a certain product, right? What's your focus product? And you want to go through target audience, the main ICPs that you want to focus on, the ideal customer persona, what performance you want to focus on, and also go through more details about your ideal persona, and then basically go through the techniques to attract this ideal persona and competitive research and the angles. So I'm going to show you quickly how to create all of this, because this is a really critical, it's critical for you to start doing the research like this, to understand your persona and your product, and to do the right ads, writing in the right way, creating in the right way. So there we have, by the way, I'm going to give this for you for free. So don't worry about that. You don't need to kind of get notes or anything. This is a form that we fill. We tell our client to fill. It's basically like a long form, understanding a lot about your ideal persona. Another form is a products form, which is understanding more about your brand and the tone of voice and all of that. This is also available for you. And you take this data and you tell basically Perplexity or GPT or whatever AI you use to take this data and organize it for you. And after we organize this data, we tell basically the AI to create personas for us, 5 personas. So would be a prompt to basically say, you will act as a marketing expert. Please, based on the data above, create 5 ICPs that you think are perfect for this brand. And you have these 5 ICPs. After that, of course, we created this after a lot of trial and error. We basically define, we want the AI to define the personas according to several marketing books, which are amazing books. A book called Buyer Persona, Cash Advertising, Breakthrough Advertising, Building a Story Brand, Marketing to Mind States, and Customer Data Platforms. This prompt will tell GPT to kind of understand and create tables to these 5 personas related to your brand according to these books. After that, we have to do this piece. So actually the AI can understand more of the persona. After that, we chose the best features basically from all of these books, and we give it this, this prompt, and we tell it, show us the persona name, the core desires based on the principle of this book, the emotional triggers based on the principle of this book, so on. And then we create a full list basically of something like that. And then we paste it to our Airtable, which is here. And this is basically how we work. And then we create angles of the product, right? These are angles and ideas we want to create: comfort and relaxation, social proof, pain relief, multifunctional. And from these angles, we start basically with the design. So, for example, we can see here.
Talal, I think we're running a little bit out of time.
Okay. So basically, you create these angles, and after these angles, you basically start writing and planning the creatives. This, but like anyway, I will provide all of this process for you. You will get a CRO checklist, the full creative process that I showed here, and all of these 3 things I don't want to mention. Just go to my Instagram, because I only found out this is, I think, the best way. Go to my Instagram. You will see here this post. Just comment creative, and you will receive all of the process and everything I mentioned. Thank you, and sorry for being late.
All good, no worries. Thank you. Next up, we have Cheryl. Cheryl's going to be talking about how to have a blast in sales using effective landing pages in Q4. So Cheryl, take it away.
Can you guys see the screen?
Yeah, we can.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. My name is Cheryl, and I'm the founder and CEO of Kikstart Ecom. So I'm actually originally from China. I was born and raised there. I've been living in Vancouver in Canada for 10 years. So being able to witness how e-commerce was able to transform the society in China was very interesting. You know, the live stream, the Chinese version of TikTok was like blooming. So it was very interesting to see like how e-commerce was able to, you know, bring the convenience to people's lives. So now as a Shopify partner agency, our company's mission is similar. You know, we want to empower D2C brand to share their awesomeness with the world by selling more online. Even just within our clients, like each of the products is so unique. We're like bringing value in different ways. Some products are, you know, like enhancing the lifestyle. Some are like solving a real problem. So our goal is to have the traffic come to the site, but also convert. So today we talk about how we should get the brand awareness and how we can get the traffic to come. And essentially what we do on Shopify is using the landing page and some other tools is just to get people to have the trust in us. Because nowadays people's, you know, the attention span is so short. So when they come to the site, we want to make sure the money is well spent. Like we acquire them and then we can convert them. So that's our mission, is to share the awesomeness and we can empower our clients. And what we do the best is all the Shopify stuff, like the fun stuff, like custom coding, design, Figma, UX, UI, conversion rate optimization. We also do A/B testing and theme. Of course, today we'll be talking about like mainly the landing page build, and especially Q8, like basically it's so important to run a good landing page during the holiday season. Q4 this year, like similarly to what earlier we were saying, like on the ad side, it's so important to not always run the similar like ad creative, because nowadays people have the fatigue, like they don't want to see the same thing. The landing page, similarly, like every year we have different strategies, so I'll be sharing those. Let's see what is actually like effective landing page on Shopify. Over the past 5 years, we've compiled like really good list. So how we know like when landing page is effective is also by seeing like how often people use it. And we study those landing pages and doing like different niche among like different industry, if there's any common things that we can actually summarize. So I've been presenting them to you today. And then for this list, feel free to like message me. I'll be sharing this with you as a free value as well. We usually compile like the really good like main page, product page, as well as landing page. But some of the brands also use like product page as landing page. That's fine. But they all do have like really common factors that we need to feature essentially. So if you take away like 4 main points from the presentation today, it will be these 4 points. I think as long as you feature those on the landing page, we're good, you know. So the first is like the selling point, and then we need to have the trustworthiness, urgency, as well as the branding. It feels like a little bit common sense because we're all in the e-commerce world that we know this stuff, but I'll break down like how we can present them better. For the selling point, it could be the functionality, it could be like how we are differentiating. So all the uniqueness of why our brands are like good, or products are like better than the competitors. So a lot of times we're like kind of putting them, but not in detail. So selling point could also be like before and after, showing case like what is difference in our product. Sometimes it could be the ingredients, you know, like we are using the natural ingredients, others might not be using it. They could be like using chemicals. And the selling point could also be like, for example, the chair. A lot of people are concerned on like bringing this to the outdoor and it's too bulky, but ours is like very portable, so to solve a pain point. And also when you open the chair, it's like quite stable. So that's another selling point. Like it really solves problem in the real life. So that's like the selling point there. For the trust, nowadays we are all into creatives and working with influencers. So it's pretty important to showcase like before and after, or just simply showcase like how people are using it. It doesn't have to be influencers. Sometimes it's UGC, or it's even just our like customers using it. So especially if it's cold traffic, people are just getting to know our brand from the first go. Like they just land on the page. They want to understand, oh, I'm not like the first 10 people who's trying the product. There are some other people using it. Of course, the reviews always good. Depending on the niche as well, like sometimes we want to have review dedicated. Let's say you're in fashion. So we want to make sure like people know our fashion, like the clothing is fitting. So we can say, oh, like fittingness is, you know, like good, fair, or it's too large, you know, like the review can be broken down into different niche as well. And then we can also use numbers like loved by how many players, right? Like, okay, now it's maybe we want to be like accurate. So let's say for us, like growing brand, it could be like hundreds, thousand, but of course, like just having the number there makes a difference. If you don't have like a big number to show, you can also say, oh, like 98% of people want to shop with us again. That's also a nice number to show, like how much percentage of people would like to buy from us, or like they love the product. So that's like always adding to the trust factor. PR mention is always there. You see it everywhere, like on the e-commerce store. And I want to emphasize, it doesn't have to like big blog. Even if it's smaller blog, it still makes a difference. Like people are talking about us. So it does help with the trust. And then going back to Hillary's point with the return policy and shipping policy is like pretty important to showcase it. Even on the product page, like nowadays we are, I think, putting more attention to it, but still as clear as possible, we want to showcase like how people can return, how people can do like free, like if how they can be eligible for shipping, or you know, sometimes like we have the warranty, but we're not showing case as like a nice statement, you know, like 100 night trial, it just feels really nice. People will try it. And if they like the product, they will, of course, like they'll keep it. So it's just also like where you showcase on the landing page or on your product page, and also how you say it as well. So even though the landing page, we don't want to be too long, but we can combine them into like small trust factors and just showcase there. And then one last thing in the trust is also like the customer service part and the experience, right? Today we talk a lot about that. Just if they have any problem, they run into any trouble, how can they contact us? You know, there's a chat box and they can also call us. So when they're like adding to cart, they're checking out, those are some of the key points. We want to let them know we are there for them, so they can just find us if they have questions. So that's also like a part of the trust. And why I'm like breaking the pieces is because later we'll be combining them all into like one landing page, and that will be super effective and really convert the sales. The urgency is definitely there. Very useful for the holiday season because Q4 we all about like offering something for getting the market like attracted to our website. So it could be the sales, it could be some free gift, and you want to be accurate as well. So this one is from Javi Coffee, which I really like their landing page. They're always saying like today you need to buy it, right? And then you can save up to like 56%. So they don't say like 60%, they don't say like 50. It's just like really accurate up to like 56% today. And then you can also get like free gift. That's pretty amazing. And then they always put the date as in today. So if you can like click on it, they'll just show September something. So it's very interesting, like it's create the agent urgency. Otherwise, why are they buying it today? Not like later, maybe after their work, but they might forget about it and then you have to email them. So yeah, having something there, especially in the Q4 is pretty important. And the last thing is branding, why we do what we do, right? Not only this layer of like why we do what we do, but another thing is also just overall the consistency in the branding because they are landing on the landing page sometimes like cold traffic for the first time. Even the second time, it's very important to remind them, oh, like we are this brand, we're about this color, we're about like this feeling and how to do our landing page, make them feel as well as like just maybe 1 or 2 sentences mentioning like why we do what we do. Like this one is like eyelashes and then their materials like softer, like why they started, things like that. Like branding on the landing page is super important. So that's where the magic happens when we combine like these 4 factors coming into like one landing page. So it's very interesting. Like I see brands do it all the time, like combining these factors and make a really effective landing page. So you can see like this shoe brand, they are essentially doing the selling point piece, like, but they are saying 5 reasons why. So you can see here, can you see the page open up?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very interesting because like for the selling point, if you're not saying like 5 reasons why we are buying, they might be digging in to see like why. But now we're breaking down into like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then each of the factors we are explaining in like simpler language and also putting like a visual. It could be creative, it could be even like a small like a GIF just to showcase. And of course we have the review here, which is always nice with the trust. Just we don't need to dig in to see why they need to buy. And then at the end, they also showcase a really nice like comparison. So another reason why like they don't need to think because like people are always on comparing mode if they are like purchasing online. There are many choices. So it's just like making it super clear to them why we're the best, like the selling point. So we call this landing page 5 reasons why, right? And then we have like 6 reasons why, but essentially the same thing. 5 reasons why, 6 reasons why, I can put like 7 reasons. So you can say like, oh, like for example, like this batch sheet is in a competitive niche, I would say, like a lot of people are selling batch sheet. But yeah, this one is like temporary regulating, and then they also showcase with some scientific fact, and then you put number as like a trust factor, so that's interesting. So less laundry, and then there's like another like number just to give more trust, and then people are reading, oh, like that's your selling point. Of course, like with the branding overall, and then with the urgency on the top and offer valids, like for Q4, like everyone want a good deal. So yeah, that's what we call like 5 reasons why type of landing page, which is pretty interesting. And I'll not go into detail, but you can see this one is another landing page to describe why this dry shampoo is different from the rest of the product. And then we also have like blog based. This one is interesting because similarly to how we run the creative, sometimes we don't want to run from our own brand. We want to run from like influencer, or we want to run from like another blog, just to be like more, I guess, like people can feel more objective. Like it's not like we are promoting it. So we are using like blog to showcase our selling point. So this is the chair, like it's really easy to wash and all of those things. Like, so it's still the 5 reasons why, as you can see, but then it is in like a blog format where it's more appealing. So people are saying, oh, like maybe it makes sense, it's from like a blog. But if you click on this, you can't really click to see like actual blog because this is a landing page and this is built by Advance. So yeah, that's blog-based formatting. And then we also want to have like a strong offer. So similarly to like Javi coffee case. So they have the gift, they have like the urgency, they have like a good offer that really helps. And is another example of how the offer really works. And then they combine with different factors as well. Like for Hex Fit, they say, oh, today if you purchase this big like package, you can have like $300 off. And then on the landing page, of course, you have like the PR mentioned as a trust factor. Sometimes we don't have the big name, but that's okay. And then again, like they combine with the different factor of like 6 reasons why, which is interesting because it's kind of in the middle of the landing page, but then they also break down the selling points super well. And then there's some testimonials, and at the end you can see here is like the actual offer and then the call to action. And then they also bring like the trustworthiness into like, oh, like we have the warranty there, or here if we don't have lifetime warranty, of course we can put like return or some sort of like things to make sure people are like having ease of mind. And then free shipping today, so all of those good stuff. And I think this is just another example of just to showcase like for Judy, I think this is very interesting because this is actually their landing page, but even if you go to their homepage similarly, you will see similar factors that they are showing case like what is you know, like all these factors should be combined, even if it's like for effective homepage is similar. So you have the numbers to showcase why people are buying from us, and then you have the feature here. And for this case, because they're featured on Opera, so of course, like they'll have like a bigger feature, not like a small one. If my product's like featured on Opera, I'll probably put like the biggest thing on the landing page. And similarly, if you see here, even though it's like the regular page that they're running, but they still put off today. It's always today. Even tomorrow is always going to be like similar coupon with the discount. So just to have the urgency there, and then people are thinking, oh, like I'll just buy it. And then with the whole branding, you can easily remember this brand. And as you can see, the store is not even that complex. It's built by like Unbounce, this landing page app, but the conversion is really amazing. And as you can see, like their like Instagram, like people's engagement is pretty good. And I know some of you are selling in the European market, so this is just one example. I think this works just overall, like this one is in Dutch. But if you go on the website, you have like the trustworthiness there, especially Trustpilot. Everyone knows like it's people trust that a little bit more than Shopify review, because Shopify review, like sometimes we put like, oh, like 1-star review, we can kind of manage that. But Trustpilot is like third party, so we can definitely have like more trustworthiness, and then the PR there. So just want to showcase like even for like European market, it works. So here is like a comparison, I think. Yeah, it's a comparison to showcase like why we are different. But I would say to improve on this landing page, we can show like more numbers, because I think here it says like why us, right? Or like how many people are buying from us. Like it could be having like more numbers, because when I'm seeing this, it's having like less back to support. But yeah, if you take away like 4 key factors, is the selling point, trust, urgency, and branding on the landing page, you have like an effective Q4, and then getting that extra check into our pocket. Yeah, thanks. Anything related to this inspirational checklist, feel free to contact me. I'll send it over to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Cheryl. We do still have a little time for some Q&A. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to throw them in the Q&A section or in the chat. First up, the first question, I believe this is for you, Ritu. What AI techniques are commonly used to convert 2D still images into dynamic videos, and how do they work?
So there's a bunch of apps. There's one I featured recently. Basically, you can take like a screenshot of whatever, and then just mark some area to add motion into it. So there's those sorts of apps. There's also apps that can go straight from like text to video. I'm just gonna share the link to the exact app name because there's like millions of them. I'll just put it in the chat right now because I just spoke about this like 2 weeks ago. So I'll just do that while you're waiting. Okay, I'll just put it in the chat.
Awesome, thank you, Ritu. I think this is for you, Talal. How can I find ideas to create creatives? I think you talked a lot about that, but
Yeah,
go into it a little more.
yeah. Simple thing would be just go to your competitors and just see what they have, similar to what others have spoken. So look at what they have, just screenshot it, copy it, paste it into any AI of your choice. I like to use ChatGPT to then do a bunch of things. So you can actually say, hey, make an image just like this one. Or you can say, create a prompt for Midjourney that I'll use, which basically reflects an image like this one. So either one of those two ways works. Or you can basically start with a prompt and then say, hey, I'd like to make something like this. Can you refine this? Give me some options so that you have like the first draft. And then you take one of those drafts and then ask it to generate a prompt for Midjourney. So there's different approaches to start creatives, but I think the easiest way to start is just to look at your competitors. There was something that Talal had shared, the foreplay for ideas. That's a great one. So I think just imitate. There's no need to reinvent the wheel at this point. There's so much content out there. Just look at what everybody else is doing and try to do it a little bit better.
Of course. Talal, any other ones you want to add on that?
Yeah, I mean, Ritu gave great ideas. I mean, as what I described, you can maybe watch what I was saying in the recording, but simply go to AI and tell AI, give me sales angles for my product. You have to train AI for your product. It gives you some angles. You tell it to write ideas for creatives, you write them down. For us, we work with designers, and the designers will do the work. So we give the brief to the designers and they do the work. And this is how we test out angles, right? You have 4 angles to test out. You do the designs for 4 angles, and then you see how they work. If they're not working fine, you test more ideas. AI really helps. And Ritu said, of course, competitives, like checking competitors, using these tools, foreplay and all of that is so crucial and important. And you understand your product more than anyone else. So you can write ideas about your product.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Next question is for me. It's about affiliate marketing. The question is, how easy is it to get started doing affiliate marketing for my Amazon brand? Well, I mean, it's easy to get started, but it's not easy to get results. I mean, affiliate marketing is a space that's very based on relationships, and it's very based on knowing the affiliates you're working with and building the relationships you have with them over time. You can use Amazon attribution on your own right now, create links and try to share them with people. But to get the best results, you need to constantly be engaging with different affiliates, finding out what's working, helping them figure out what's working for their audience and what's not. So it is a very time-consuming process. You can get started fast, but to see the results, you really need to put in a lot of work or work with people that have the experience in how to do that. That's weird. This chat is disabled. Let me see about that one. Next question is, I think this is for Hillary. How can you balance personalization and automation in post-purchase digital marketing?
Yeah, I think the key for automation platforms is doing tailored content, but at scale. I know it's kind of like two separate things that we talk about. For example, personalization, the post-purchase emails that are going out for customers, like basing them on the past purchases customers did. But you still need to maintain like the personalization tone by addressing the customers, by their name, what they purchased. So like it's tailored for them. And I'll give an example, like a clothing brand can automate their post-purchase email that include recommendations based on a customer's recent purchase. For instance, if they bought a jacket, then they can automate a system based on that jacket, like that kind of category in the catalog, saying like these are matching accessories, matching product that you can match to your jacket. So it's more personalized and based on past purchases, but still that can be in mass based on different categories in your product catalog.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Hillary. The next question, I believe, is for Cheryl. If we don't want to give out too much of a discount, what's the best way to create urgency in the store? That's a very good question, actually.
Yeah. So in terms of promotion, I think like depending on the year, I guess in Q4 we are all being pretty competitive. People are expecting some sort of promotion. If you're talking about like Q4, like holiday season, like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, if you're not giving any, it might be like a problem. You would be not as competitive. But just in general, like a good landing page doesn't have to be huge discount in the offer. Like earlier when we were saying like offer, we could have creative offers such as some sort of sampling, like little gift, little accessory. It could be something that they can come back and purchase again, just more like a teaser, so they can always consider it as like upsell next time. An offer could also be like, oh, like you can upgrade to this membership, like extra point to get the loyalty, things like that. But yeah, for the Cyber Monday, like Black Friday, people are expecting some sort of promotion. Especially, yeah, we are comparing with like many brands. Yeah, so definitely like some sort of promotion is required there.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Cheryl. And I think we're just about out of time for questions. I want to thank everyone for attending today. I want to thank the panelists for joining me today as well. I hope you all got a lot of value out of this webinar. And we will be sending the recording after. I apologize again for not starting on time. We had some issues, but we really hope you enjoyed it. And we look forward to having you again soon. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.